Whoa, and welcome back to Monster Train. How you doing? How's it going? I'm fine. I've not played since the last run. Do not worry, you didn't miss anything. I don't know when you'll see this one, actually, because I am writing a video for like a guide to play Banished. I don't know if I'll actually ever make it. It is kind of weird. Doing guide content tends to underperform for me. So it's something that I would do just because it's kind of fun to break up the monotony, honestly. But we'll see. Basically, I'll see what I feel like doing. It's up to interpretation. I put up a poll, which I'm gonna let run for like a week or so, of if you guys want me to play rotating random or random random. At the start of the game, it was all in on random random. Now we can see if you guys still want random random or if you have learned your lesson. Because I was gonna play rotating random originally, but it was like 70% of the people wanted random random random. So here I am. It's kind of fun, you know, getting strings of characters, but if you want to see like Little Fade or Penumbra or Eka, it's been a long time, right? And that's just the nature of randomness. Shall we begin? Let's get to it. It's another Exile Lazarus run, but you know, Baron Grail, he wasn't really in the last run to begin with. We are fighting Pyre Hunter and Entropy. Hergel's Horde, I think, is excellent with Fel, or like Banished as a whole, I should say, because you really want extra deployment to get equipment for these guys. And Firebrand is an exceptional starter. We're very strong. I'm thrilled about our spot. Oh, and Celestial Cascade. I think this thing's great as well. Just an excellent position, I must say. I don't know. I mean, I guess Learning Limb is kind of whatever here. You can use it as a permascale for good equipment, and we have Windblade. I don't think it's really all that good, though. I'd rather play Living Armory. What we're probably going to do is play a Banished floor with Firebrand independent of the Lazarus League floor here. That's my first guess. Because this Firebrand is really strong. In fact, I think I'll put Baron Grail. I think realistically you should play on a slightly different setup. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure how you should go about this one. I think you can't lose, to be honest with you. I think that this wave is basically the only one that even has the threat of going past you here. So I'm pretty sure I just put a little 2/9/1s behind my Firebrand, and she just kind of hits escape velocity and goes crazy. That's what I'm pretty sure we see happen here. Because she's at escape velocity, she's unkillable now. She will never die. She's 45 Valor, 60 attack. Yeah, that's what I thought. So, no big deal. Nice early game. Very clean, of course. Firebrand just kind of does that very nicely. Let's see what we get. First picks are like taking a reanimate. I think it's pretty good just to have the option to reanimate. And Cleave is really good here. It's Entropy Seraph, so Cleave's a little reduced in value, but still strong. It's not often, and I think you should be very cautious about doing this, but I am probably strong enough to let Firebrand just take us through the next fight, which leads me down this path because there's a steel shop here. Now, Arms Merchant with this clan combo is very, very good, but I will see 0 Lazarus League banners, and I really want to play with this Baron Grail equipped path here. I really want to play something that gets value off of that, and not many banished units care about this Baron Grail equipped path. So by going right, you're all inning your game plan into banished, and you basically need this to be good in the arms shop. And I think arms shops are a little inconsistent for me lately. So I'm going to go over here. Now, Lazarus League banner number 1 could just be a miss. It's entirely possible. It's not. It's actually the exact 2 units you want to see. This is the opposite of a miss. I think I will play Test Subject Alpha. I think he's probably the better option. It's kind of close, though. I like Plague Doctor a little more. I don't know. What do you prefer? I might just take Plague Doctor because people have been complaining we've been playing too much Sweep Quick this week. And he is kind of boring, I think, from an analytics perspective. But I actually don't think he's very boring. I think he leads to some interesting runs because there's a very clear flaw of playing Baron Grail Test Subject Alpha here. And same thing for Plague Doctor, right? But Plague Doctor is a little less so. The flaw, if you don't see it, is that this plus this is your whole floor, and that's a total of 20 HP. This is the sort of thing where you're like, I snap pick Test Subject Alpha, oh GG, boring, yawn, sleeper, and then you walk in and you just die at Arkion, and you go, hey, what happened? I thought I had the broken stuff. Everyone says this unit needs to be nerfed. Like, you gotta watch out for this, basically. And it actually, in talking about it, leads me to prefer Plague Doctor here. Not just because Test Subject Alpha is like a quick sweeper and it's boring, but because I think Plague Doctor is really nice into the next few fights because you can now play Plague Doctor, Baron Grail, Firebrand, and you're super safe. Like, you're so safe now. -1 intrinsic permafrost. The spell shop is going to be full of trash, of course. Basically nothing here ever. But I came here for the banner, and we can just take that. I wonder if it's wrong because the banner could be trash, but the other banner could also be trash, and then the steel shop is going to give us very little. Maybe you go steel, steel. You know, I didn't think about it. Maybe you should go steel, steel for consistency. I wonder if that's better. Because this magic shop is never going to be good. Maybe you should go steel, steel. I think I made a misplay here. It works out because I high rolled, but sometimes you're going to low roll there, and I think you get in a little trouble. It's interesting to think about. Something to really consider. We want to play a higher floor with these units, of course. I need time. It's basically really bad to play bottom floor. Another big value point of playing this line is it's fine into Entropy Seraph, basically. It's because you really want some way for your assistants to die, right? You need a consistent way for them to die in this run. And this is the best way to do it, no doubt. The higher floor you can play on, the better. And we are going to be playing on the highest floor because Entropy you don't have to play a low floor for. Which is really good. Of course, it's very, very nice. We just go like buff, buff, buff. You can just play Calcified Ember here. I am confident that we're strong enough. It's impossible for Plague Doctor to not wipe the floor here. It's not even conceivable. Oh, I see why. I was like, why did he lose one attack there? Because Scissorhands has 9 attack. That's true. That's pretty true. We had a pretty fun run yesterday. I do feel like Monster Train 2 is going to sort of devolve for the time being. But I don't know. It doesn't really bother me too much if the game is like kind of solved. Honestly, it's nice to prove the theory that it's solved, right? And then we can maybe try to do something to spice it up. But there's a patch coming soon. We don't know when exactly, but there's a patch coming sometime in Q3 or Q4. I don't remember exactly what they said. I'm gonna take Selfless Sacrifice here. It's a great card. Just make sure you don't misclick onto the arms shop. Titanite's really, really good. Large Stone is bad. Pincushion, I think, is okay. I've played this Pincushion line before, and it's good. I don't know. I wonder if you should just not play it. Because I think it's kind of a waste. You know what it really is? I don't want to play Pincushion, man. It's a real pain to, like, min-max my value. This Firebrand is good enough. I don't feel like min-maxing value here. Now, if you want to be a little safer, you can go Large Stone Plague Doctor. I don't think you need to. What do I want for Plague Doctor? I want her to have multi-strike. It's probably multi-strike quick. You could go 14. I don't need it though. Like 14 and Valor 9, they're wastes. Just give me the roll. Multi-strike Endless, pretty decent. Multi-strike Plague Doctor for sure. Let me think about it. I don't need quick. I think that you should probably take HP here. Because how do you lose this run? You die to Kel the Corruptor right now. You go into fight 4, your Plague Doctor gets sniped, and then you die. But it's not real because I think that in that case, Firebrand is going to solo. Yeah, I don't need to. In a world where I don't have Firebrand and I'm like trying to play a little something greedy, probably you should be safer there. I think that flight is fake. Like, it doesn't do anything. You can fly a shield steward to the floor, I guess. Is that worth it? It's okay. It's not bad to have another hit on the floor. Oh, well, too bad. I think this is a non-choice, right? It's one of those things where I got a comment a long time ago that was like super nitpicky about that event, so now I think about it a little more. It was something like, it was a complete waste to go all the way down when you could have put flight onto a train steward to fly it to your floor. And I think about that one occasionally. We should play bottom floor here. I think it's very right. So like, long term, I want to play on a higher floor to have places to put my assistants to die, right? In this fight, I want to play bottom floor because I don't need my assistants to die, and by playing it this way, I can tank probably 10 extra Pyre HP saved by having Arkion not hit me, basically. And it's a good trade, for sure. It is good to do. Just defend our low HP stewards like this. I think he should go middle floor, but he might just go top floor. This one is a loose cannon. He does whatever he wants. I think there is less certainty in where he will go. But yeah, I've been thinking about that comment about the flight event. And it's like, it's probably technically correct to have one more unit on your floor, but I think it's never going to matter in this run. Or in like most runs, I think it's not going to matter. I like to believe that in a run where it does matter, I will look closer for the line like that. I think this run is pretty much handled though. They started me with a good unit, they started me with another good unit at the banner, and sometimes life just finds a way. Sometimes Titanite Firebrand just walks into your life and you go, ah, what a life. How lovely. Double-Edged Bearer is pretty good. Multi-Strike Plague Doctor, Multi-Strike Firebrand, also really good. I think Bloodsoaked Arena is kind of whatever. Valor 7 on Slay. You're not going to get a ton of Slays. Much better if I was playing Test Subject Alpha. Alright, please, bro, please play Test Subject Alpha. Oh man, I'm gonna take Swordmaiden. She's actually super OP with Exile Lazarus. She's really, really good. Because every graft unit you play is counted as being equipped. Lost my sentence there. Very strange. Anyway, I'm gonna play draw. I think you can play draw, you can play space. You don't really need to play energy because it's Herschel's Horde, which is nice. Magic Shop is going to have nothing, right? Nothing has changed. It's like maybe I look for holdover cleave, but I don't even think it's that good. I'm gonna go to the trinket shop because there's a lot of good trinkets here. Nothing wrong with a tuned whetstone. Nothing wrong with part factory. They're both fine. Ooh, do I want 25 Pyre HP or do I want to kill myself and make my run worse because it makes my assistants live? That's a tough choice. I think that it is kind of good to give yourself plus 25 max HP. It scales nicely with how, because like the HP increase is percentage based, right? So I think that this will give us more HP when we go through the next fight as well. On the other hand, I could kill myself and lose the run, and that's really tempting too, because like it is kind of boring winning all of the time. People do get kind of sick of seeing you win. They start to prey on your downfall, so like maybe I should just kill myself. It is something to consider, you know? Maybe I should just end it all here. I won't be deceived by Seraph's lies again. Yeah, when you play a graft unit in front of Swordmaiden, when they put their graft on, she sees it as an equip for Artificer, which means she gets to see some pretty big numbers. Unfortunately, I would have to play double space to put her on this floor, which is just not really worth it, basically. There's not a good reason to do it, in my opinion. So I'm probably not going to. It's weird, right? Because we could have another, like, massive threat, but it's way better just to play her on her own, actually, and let her tank for me. I'm gonna play out the Ember. Like, it's really good to let her sit on her own and tank hits for me on Savagery. I guess from Savagery, I should say. Can I kill this Collector? No, I think I'm one short. So it would be, because you would have Shield Steward hit here. 1, 2, yeah, I need one more slot. So no killing the Collector for me. I'm gonna be broke. Lots of removals on deck here that would be good to do. Many, many good things. What's the boss? It's the sap boss? Kinda doesn't matter what we do here, does it? Not really. Yeah, you can see she's gonna go 27 armor up here. It's gonna do quite well. Wow, I've never seen so many graphs in my hand. I actually overdrew because of all of that. It's crazy. Give me all of these scissor hands. I think I'll skip the spiky skin, although it is kind of cool to put on Firebrand. It's all just like very much, why bother? You're making yourself weaker for no reason if you're making these plays. That's my take anyway. I'm gonna maybe play Sanguine Assistant, but it's like Sanguine Assistant cleave for what? Yeah, I don't know. When you put it like that, it doesn't sound that good. You're not wrong. I am just so strong. I am just quite strong. I guess something to think about, right? For the long term of this series, do you guys prefer I upload runs like this? I don't know. It's weird because like I feel like almost all of my runs are like this. Right? It does sort of feel like I just always win. I think that it would take me a long time to like farm runs that are more exciting. Because they're out there. There are starts that are very difficult. But it is a little hard to find them sometimes. Maybe when we go rotating random it'll get worse. I imagine it will. We're going to click on any equipment to make our damage number go higher into the steel shop because we left ourselves with 2 upgrades. I like to have 2 important upgrades to hit when I go to a steel shop. When I get down to 1, so like for example here, if I put like Dualism Firebrand out, right? I'm gonna just take a minor upgrade on the Plague Doctor because I don't want to go fishing for a single upgrade. Upgrade economy and odds are kind of important to think about. Smidgestone quick, yeah, so like here, I'm gonna play quick on Plague Doctor, and I'm just gonna throw whatever I can play onto Firebrand. And I kind of like Smidgestone, because if I play Smidgestone, I can take space, and then we could, in theory, fit Swordmaiden, but it actually doesn't make any sense to do so. I had to go plus 20 instead. And like, it'd be nicer to put Dualism out, but you shouldn't, because now we don't have to go to another steel shop, right? We can check steel shops off completely. I never have to go to another one. Full stop, it's over. These are all whatever. I think that if you're cashing out a bunch of energy, it's good to play Spike of the Hellhorned, but there's no reason. Alright. Onward. Shall we? We'll fall for it. It's not who's really here. I respect this invasion trial a very high amount. I don't like to take this trial. Even in runs that are really strong like this, I think this corruption trial will sometimes kill you, and you'll be very shocked when it happens. Also order. My apologies. But yeah, I think you probably just don't want to do it. You don't want to take the risk. There's no reason to take the risk there. We're very strong. And this is like probably the best thing I can teach you here. What is the point of taking that trial? To what end are you going to take that trial? For 150 gold to buy what? Right? I think that this is a lot of people's biggest problem in Monster Train is you're just too greedy. You don't need this trial, man. There's nothing here. You don't need to add unnecessary risk to a very, very powerful run. It's the same sort of thing as taking Pincushion, right? What's the point of taking Pincushion in this run? I don't need him. My run is already very strong. Why add extra load to my computational requirements, right? Just play a fine line like this instead. I'm already very well off. I have the unit. I have Firebrand. She can carry. I have almost nothing to play. It's so strange. I think you can actually load up enough equipment in this deck, though, that you just cycle your equipment, and then when you're done for good. I think so. Anyway. Like, now the boss is spawned in, but I'm pretty much done. I'm not casting spells because of all of the sap guys. There's just no value in it. And I think it's probably not a bad idea because nothing has hit Firebrand, so it's probably not the worst if I look out here because I think it's a little scary actually. I don't know. I might have overstepped a little bit, to be honest with you. And if I did, I probably just have to reposition it so that Baron Grail's in front. Which I guess I could just do this. I was gonna say I'd have to replay for it. I could just pull him to the front now. Grab his little Valor hit. Yeah, it's just, you have to look at it and realize that this guy has a lot of reanimate stacks, and we only have, because we didn't get hit on Firebrand well, we only have a little bit of HP. We only have 100 effective HP into this guy, which is 5 hits. Something to think about. My Firebrand not getting hit means maybe I should have played Pincushion. Actually. I'll skip. Funk Shredder's whatever. I can take Shield of Wing, but I don't think I'm going to take it with an Ember. And then Arms Shop feels like the way to go here. It's really good to just pick up more equipment. Void Armament, not really the one. Meat Shield's nice. You could Boiler Room maybe. I don't love it. All the Mirrors, kind of cool. You double the assistance. Double assistance is double damage scaling. I think I should have played Endless Firebrand, I'm pretty sure, is my one remaining thought about this run. It's kind of on my mind. I think this should have been Endless Firebrand. It's not super scary, but I think it is something to be, like, cognizant of, probably. I'm gonna grab the glass cannon, it's cheap. It's just something to think about. Endless Firebrand, probably. So just for the Titans, because I think our survivability into the Titans might be a little bit in question. I wonder if you play Swordmaiden, actually. Hold on a minute. Was I supposed to play Titan Knight Swordmaiden instead? Is she better? I think she's better. Whoa, I didn't see that. Did you see that? I think Swordmaiden would be the better pick. I just assumed it was Firebrand, because Firebrand's really good. Huh. That's very strange. I've not seen that before. I'll have to think about it some more. I mean, maybe if there's a steel shop with nothing else going on, we can just go to it. Right? There's nothing wrong with just heading up to a steel shop here. Yeah, and of course, because we have to play bottom floor in this fight, we don't get to kill as many assistants, so our scaling is a little slower than we would like it to be. I don't have a way to kill off my own guys. It's okay. It's not like a huge deal. It won't be a problem other than this fight, I'm pretty sure. And this fight, you don't need to worry about your scaling, also worth noting, because we're just gonna one-shot these guys. 27, so every hit is good for me because it's a net positive on HP. Of course. Just cleave. Wait, he takes the same amount of damage if I cleave those guys away? Really? So that's positive. That's surprising. I guess it makes sense because you are just applying the explosion. This way it's just like doubling damage on the first swing. Kind of. Right? Because the first swing is killing here, and then... Or no, is it 2 swings? It was 2 swings to kill this Blightbound Guardian, actually. Yeah. So you're gaining 250 damage that way. That matters a little bit. You can see my assistants. We've got like 7. No, we have 6 of them. Or no, it's 5 now. 5 assistants just kicking around. Yeah, the damage number doesn't change, but you are actually doing more damage by clearing the waves first because you are adding unstable to the enemies. Thanks for attacking all buff and debuff effects to the front friendly unit? Nah. I'm gonna grab space here. I think it's gonna actually be a little bit interesting to consider pivoting to Swordmaiden as our frontliner. Something to think about. Everlasting Light, cool. Just more equipment. I don't want Void Armament because it's too expensive, but like 1-cost equipment definitely gets added. And slapping things in deployment is good. Everlasting Light in deployment, that one's cool. Okay, and I should grab Living Armory 3. I don't think that this is as free as I initially made it out to be. Definitely think we're under a little duress here. No reason to take this trial. No need to make our lives a little harder. I think this isn't super free because I think that we have a little trouble on the Titans. Something to keep in mind. Meat shield, everlasting light. And then I do need to just throw in Twisted Assistant here. I need him dead. Won't get much revenge out on Firebrand here, but that's okay. Yeah, I need these guys to kill my assistants, right? That's like the big thing here. That's really good. No Valor though. It's like kinda sad. I think we're getting into the one-shotting everything territory also. Yeah, I actually want that money. I'm gonna undo. I think that's the first undo of the run as well. I want that money. And I guess I could just do Valor from Just Cause, right? It's not crazy. You definitely need the Firebrand getting hit here. That's how it feels. Maybe it's not true. I mean, we are doing so much damage. This is like effectively 1200 damage, and it becomes here 1800 damage, which is quite good. Yeah, we're definitely just a little bit glass cannon-y into the Titans. Something to be aware of. Forevermore. Yeah, it's nice when an enemy makes it to the middle floor. We'll see what it's all like. Okay. Yeah, we're chilling. 6 damage. You gotta keep it in mind, right? When you're in a very winning run like this, you do need to think about what's gonna catch you. Because I think it is very easy to get caught and not realize it. Weaponized prosthetic. What a terrible card. That thing is so goofy. Demonize is really good here for killing Dominion faster, actually. And yeah, let's go take a look. I don't need to go to another arms shop. Let's go take a little peek at the steel shop. Dualism is pretty tempting. Equipping a friendly unit restores them to full health. Breath of Heaven. Ugh. Surgeon's Suture. Ugh. I mean, these are all kind of useless. Hair of the Hybrid, I think, is decent. And Ember Staff is really good in this clan. Okay, give me Dualism on Swordmaiden. Give me a roll. No Titanite, but Endless isn't bad. I'm gonna give her plus 20. I actually think we will pivot to Swordmaiden here. Surprisingly. I think it's pretty good. Now, if you've ever thought of it, or if you're thinking about it currently, Endless on the grafted unit does not give you the graft back. You can't make infinite equipment off of it. The graft is basically its own instance of a card attached to this, so there's only one of this card. The graft card, that is. Just something to keep in mind if you're thinking it there. I may as well clean up a little bit. And I think this actually works out pretty nicely because our... Yeah, I just thought of something. Do you think I'm in trouble because of the silence? I don't think so because I can just cause them forward and I can cleave them. Definitely not something that was like at the forefront of my mind, though. I wasn't thinking entirely about the silence here. Anyway, Firebrand will just sit on her own, and that's kind of good. And you're here. You're here. You're here. You just start equipping. Do I need to give you something? No, you'll be fine. Valor 17 every time I equip. That's quite a lot. And then this Puffer Flesh will tank this hit for me. Plus 68 armor, pretty good. I should just focus on my assistants dying. And yeah, what we'll do here is we'll just cause. For sure, that's gonna be the idea. We'll just cause the silence to the front and kill it off like that. Or we can cleave if we draw it, but we didn't draw it here. Hold on, I need to come back to this floor. I need to think about it more. It might be... No, because you're not... It doesn't make any sense. I want to cleave. I almost want to play like Glass Cannon Cleave here. It's kind of ugly. But all I have to do is stop these silencers, right? This is the only thing that you have to do. Because I'm going to win if I go into Relentless. So why not just take the guarantee here, basically? That's one, because there's 3 silencers in total. That's 1 down already. That's 1 finished. And we can just keep on them. Oh, Firebrand died. That's too bad. Even if the silencer is in front though, like here, on the top floor, it's fine, because the second hit will still get its effect. And we just do so much damage, right? My second Plague Doctor hit will do its effect. And then we'll also grab a 3rd hit off a Double-Edged Bearer. Yeah, okay, it's nothing. Definitely a moment, though, where if my run was worse, or if I was playing a different setup, I would have died here. Something to... And it's not like... This isn't like a, oh, well, it's okay because I planned for this, right? The reason this is bad is because I didn't plan for this. I wasn't thinking about this guy. I have an answer, but there will come a time where I don't have an answer. And so I really need to spend more time going, what could I die to here? What could I die to here? It feels like at times I am wasting or like sandbagging runs when I'm doing that. Yeah, man, there really was something to think about in this one. It looks so ridiculous though, right? Look at our setup. 530 on Swordmaiden, just popping off. But yeah, as long as Plague Doctor is going, she's gonna kill everything here. Oh yeah, because there's a difference between Seraph's curses and my curses. So I can play Sap plus Vengeful Shard as 2 and then equipment for 3 for Ember Staff. That's cool. Make sure I grab the silencer in. Yeah, that unit is at 518 attack. Swordmaiden, she is kind of OP here, huh? Go get him, killer. She's a little bit tankier than I think Revenge unit would end up being. Because I think that my Firebrand has a little bit of trouble getting going because we don't get hit because Revenge, right? And we're playing quick. So, just a little worse overall. Something to be aware of. The actual like nightmare of this run is for some reason the voices are telling me to like not take the trial on Kale or leave the Titan fight here instead of going to fight it. I'm losing the war to myself. It's truly a horror. Alright, let's go top floor. There's no reason to play anywhere else, so you can just drop yourself top floor and be like boom boom boom. Place all of my equipment. I should play Firebrand. I think it's gonna make a lot of sense to just throw Firebrand bottom floor. I'm not actually sure if with Titanite and plus 20 she'll hold on her own. I don't know if she needs help. Be interesting to see. Do you live? I didn't know that. I actually thought you would die. Not a huge deal, I don't think. It delays my armor by 1 round. I need to make sure that I don't mess it up on the next turn, though. Yeah, I need my Swordmaiden to get her 102 armor. The heck? That's not what I needed. Let me undo that, sorry. That's not what I meant to do at all. Okay, can I play Demonize here? It's not that much better than Pyre, and I think it is probably kind of silly. I think we're better off just going like assistant, curse shard. Yeah, draw the card, double-edged bearer. I should force Firelight when I have the opportunity, no doubt. But yeah, I'm also up 25 HP. Oh, you know what? I guess the Divine Shard, I guess I was wrong. I guess it doesn't give you more... Like, I guess you don't get more HP because of it. I thought you did, but I appear to have been incorrect. I'll have to make sure I remember that. Because I've definitely been thinking, like, more HP means that this gives you more HP because it's percentage based. That appears wrong. Because it just gave me 15 HP every time, so I guess it doesn't matter. Nice try, Firebrand. You actually held out for almost a full set of rounds. It was almost 4 rounds she lived without any assistance. That would have been very impressive. Why is it 0? I guess because I didn't give her any Valor. That makes sense. Yeah, and then Entropy's dead. I still don't know exactly how these enemies interact with Unstable. It seems like it's a little esoteric to me still. I'm still not confident I could describe when these enemies are going to explode from Unstable. Because, like, I think now Entropy should be valid to die, and then if I was on lethal for Dominion, right? Which I can go Demonize now. But, like, I guess we'll see it here, actually. Because Savagery is within exploding range, for sure. And Entropy is within exploding range, for sure. So, next turn, I think I should have lethal, but I think it's actually not going to give it to me. Okay, watch closely. Because right here, I play this Pyrelight. Oh, no, it does give it to me. So I think the explosive answer, can I equip the enemy? It'd be really cool to test this out if I could like give Entropy HP or something. I think the answer is that 2 of them have to be dead and then the 3rd can explode. That's my current hypothesis. I think that's how it works. Because I've had it where Entropy and Savagery were in the explosive range, but they didn't explode. That's the only thing I've had. But I think if it's only 1, then they will explode. Okay. Well, anyway, that was a very, very easy run, I must say. They're kind of just handing me a lot of softballs lately. I gotta give it to them. After hitting 50, it just feels like, because like that's a big milestone. The next milestone is so far away. We're only halfway to 100 wins, man. It's so far off. But yeah, start the game with a strong unit. Start the game with a strong champion. Start the game with a carry. That's the run. I think that this one was probably the most risky run I've played, though, because I was so complacent that I could have left myself open to a flaw. A lesson to take away, for sure. There was a flaw in this run that I wasn't thinking about. I need to be better about it. But anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave me a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.